They could just buy a 360 camera and get their own Matterport subscription. Why do they not? Because they don't have the time and they don't have the desire to do these services themselves. So it doesn't matter what you use as long as it's getting done. I'm actually feeling some type of emotion today, and that emotion just so happens to be a mixture between happiness and excitement, because today, one of 3 properties that I'm shooting is actually for a brokerage that I've been trying to get in with for the last 4 years. Their photographer finally dropped the ball. So that's what I want to talk about today. What I try and teach as best as I possibly can, because that's what I do in my business, is how to not drop the ball, how to implement systems and processes to make sure that we are always the photographers that pick up everybody else's slack. Because in my experience, every other photographer will always drop the ball at some point. So it's always been up to me to pick up the slack and never be the photographer that drops the ball. Because as soon as you do, that pisses off a client. You're more than likely going to lose that client. And it's going to take a lot of work and effort to get them back. So we need to avoid that happening in the first place. There are specific things that you can do that don't necessarily seem like it would lend itself to not dropping the ball. One of which is delivering photos in a branded fashion. So using something like HD Photo Hub. If you're just using Google Drive still, and I get it, I did that for a long time. I would send the materials via Google Drive, and then I would send an invoice afterwards to be paid, and I was chasing invoices, just a nightmare. That is not a good look, because why I stopped using it was a mixture because I wanted to get, paid on time, but also because a lot of realtors were complaining that for some reason Google wasn't working on one of their devices. It wouldn't let them download it. And I tried to replicate the issue, and I was able to replicate the issue a few different times. It would not let me download. And most of you might think, is while it's a pretty minor issue and it only happens sometimes is enough to make these realtors kind of get a bitter taste in their mouth and be like, oh, I don't want to work with Jordan anymore. His photo delivery is kind of a pain. That would be a problem. So obviously, once in a blue moon, if they have an issue, it's no big deal, but you got to try your best to minimize the amount of potential problems that a client's going to face. That's one facet of it, is the delivery side of things. The other facet, or one of the other facets, is just the experience of working with you all together. Are you willing and able to shuffle shoots around so that you can accommodate a client that maybe is, on slightly of a bigger rush? I know I talked about, clients in a rush in the last video or a couple videos that I did, but sometimes they are in a rush. So if you could fit them in, squeeze them in, it's going to go a long way to them, trusting you and being like, oh, wow, because even if you have a bunch of other shoots, you can tell them like, hey, I'm not certain. I've got 3 other shoots that day. If you can possibly do it, you just try and work with them as much as humanly possible. That goes a long way in establishing and building trust with your clients. And they're going to remember that, and they're going to want to keep using you. Overarchingly, building a real estate photography business is so much more about relationships than it is about photos and videos and all that. I mean, I promised myself I wasn't going to talk about this because mean comments don't normally bother me that much. But there's one guy, I'm not going to name him, you can find it. It's on the DJI Pocket 3 versus iPhone 15 listing video battle or whatever it was, the heads up. And this guy was like, wow, I can't believe people actually pay you for coaching advice. You consistently give horrible advice. And I was like, what the hell? Where's this all coming from? It's all out of left field. Because of my comparison that I didn't use manual settings in the Pocket 3. But my argument was, I'm just going to take it out of the box and use it, just like 90% of other people are going to. I still plan on doing a listing video where I'm actually using manual settings and I'm, trying really hard. But like I said in that video, I was pressed for time, so it wasn't. I literally said minimal effort went into it. Anyways, all that to say, I don't care if my materials are the best of the best. You can search world's most insane cinematic listing video where the guy's using an FX6 and a 12 to 24 f2.8 G Master lens and crazy equipment. He charges people thousands of dollars for basically a zoom transition of how to edit a listing video. I'm not that guy. I don't care. My photos are good enough. My videos are good enough. My virtual tours are good enough. I don't use a Matterport camera. I use a Ricoh Theta Z1. Everything that I do is good enough to sell. I don't mean good enough as in like, oh, it's okay. I literally mean good enough. And I'll say that time and time again. Where I focus almost all of my efforts are is in customer service and business strategy. How to get more clients, how to make more money per shoot. That's what I care about. I made the Pocket 3 gear video more or less for fun, not even really taking it seriously. So anytime somebody looks at what I create and they're like, wow, you suck. I can't believe you coach other people. I mean, nobody has said that I suck, and I don't suck. But the thing is, the materials creation side of things is so minuscule a percentage of what is actually important in this field. I don't want to spend 4 hours creating the perfect listing video when I'm just selling it for $399. That doesn't make sense. Now, if my whole business was based upon real estate videography and I was charging $1,500 minimum, then yeah, I wouldn't use my iPhone. I would have really good equipment and I would be at a shoot for 6 hours. But these listing videos that you sell for, $250 to $400, you should be taking a maximum of 20 minutes to film them and then hopefully a maximum of an hour to edit it and then have it be finished. If you're spending any more time than that, that's why I ultimately sold my Blackmagic Pocket 4K, because it just shooting in 12-bit RAW, having to color grade everything, it just didn't make financial sense to keep doing when my iPhone could get a good enough result and not having to color grade, just shooting in the standard color profile. So there is something to be said about people, looking at the gear that you use. Oh, he's just using an iPhone. I could use an iPhone. No, you couldn't. And if I don't work with the type of people that maybe they would think that, but they wouldn't say that because they trust what I do. They know that they can't do it. They could just buy a 360 camera and get their own Matterport subscription. Why do they not? Because they don't have the time and they don't have the desire to do these services themselves. So it doesn't matter what you use as long as it's getting done. So I've got 3 shoots today. I'm headed to the first one. It's the latter half of the exteriors that I did a couple weeks ago. I think I'm only going to charge him my minimum shoot fee of $150 because I already charged him $150 and it's just photos. So I'm not going to charge him $199 for photos. And then I'm going to do that new brokerage shoot for $749. That's a 3,600 square foot home. They just want photos, drone video, and video, $749. And then I've got a quick rental shoot for another $300. I don't know how much filming I'm going to do at those properties. I just wanted to kind of rant a little bit about why it's important to have good customer service, because your materials don't have to be the best of the best. But as long as you're easy to work with and you've got great systems in place to where you do not drop the ball, then you'll earn the business and you'll keep the business. But if you just focus entirely on your materials and you're spending a bunch of time, not only are you going to be super unprofitable, if you completely ignore your customer service, experience and everything else, then you're going to lose clients. And that's just the way it's going to be. So I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.